A mysterious nine-pointed symbol, an ancient wisdom tradition, a modern personality system. The Enneagram has traveled through centuries and cultures to become one of today's most powerful tools for self-discovery. But where did it really come from? The Enneagram symbol itself, a circle with 9 points, has unclear origins. Some trace geometric patterns to ancient Greece, Pythagoras, and sacred mathematics. Others point to Sufi mystical traditions. But here's what we know for certain. The symbol as we recognize it today was introduced to the modern world in the early 1900s by a controversial mystic named George Gurdjieff. George Ivanovich Gurdjieff was a Greek-Armenian spiritual teacher who claimed to have discovered the Enneagram during his travels through Central Asia and the Middle East. Teaching in Russia and later in France, Gurdjieff used the symbol as a universal diagram representing the laws of process and transformation, not personality types. To Gurdjieff, the Enneagram represented how everything in the universe unfolds, from musical scales to cosmic laws. His students studied the symbol as a map of consciousness and spiritual development. But Gurdjieff never connected the 9 points to 9 personality types. That revolutionary connection would come decades later from an entirely different source halfway around the world. In the 1960s, Bolivian-born spiritual teacher Oscar Ichazo made a radical innovation. He connected the Enneagram symbol to 9 distinct personality types. Teaching at his Arica school in Chile, Ichazo identified what he called ego fixations, 9 fundamental ways that human consciousness becomes trapped in automatic patterns. Ichazo drew from multiple sources: traditional psychology, mystical Christianity, Buddhism, and his own spiritual insights. He assigned specific passions, virtues, and holy ideas to each of the 9 points. This was the birth of the Enneagram of personality as we know it. But Ichazo taught it as an esoteric spiritual system, restricted to serious students. It would take another teacher to bring it to the wider world. The bridge between ancient wisdom and modern psychology was built by Chilean psychiatrist Claudio Naranjo. In 1970, Naranjo studied with Ichazo in Chile, then brought the Enneagram to Berkeley, California. As a psychiatrist trained in both Freudian and Gestalt psychology, Naranjo translated the system into psychological language. He developed detailed descriptions of each type, incorporating psychiatric diagnosis, character analysis, and therapeutic applications. Naranjo taught the system to select students, including several Catholic priests and religious educators who would become its next evangelists. His psychological framework transformed the Enneagram from an esoteric teaching into a practical tool for understanding human personality and behavior. In the 1980s and 90s, the Enneagram exploded into mainstream consciousness. Authors like Don Richard Riso, Helen Palmer, and Richard Rohr published accessible books introducing millions to the system. The Catholic Church embraced it as a tool for spiritual direction. Businesses adopted it for team building and leadership development. Each teacher added their own insights and emphases. Some focused on spiritual growth, others on psychological healing, still others on practical applications in relationships and career. Online tests and social media brought the Enneagram to new generations. Today it's taught in corporations, churches, therapy offices, and coaching practices worldwide, with millions identifying by their Enneagram type. The Enneagram continues to evolve. Researchers are studying its validity using scientific methods. New teachers integrate it with neuroscience, trauma therapy, and contemporary psychology. Yet debates persist. Is it scientifically valid? Where did it really originate? Can it be both ancient wisdom and modern innovation? The Enneagram, an ancient symbol of wisdom, revealing the 9 fundamental patterns of human personality. 9 distinct types, each with a unique way of thinking, feeling, and experiencing the world. 1. The Reformer, principled and purposeful. 2. The helper, generous and caring. 3. The achiever, adaptable and driven. 4. The individualist, expressive and creative. 5. The investigator, perceptive and innovative. 6. The loyalist, engaging and responsible. 7. The enthusiast, spontaneous and versatile. 8. The challenger, confident and decisive. 9. The peacemaker, receptive and reassuring. The Enneagram reveals how these 9 types are deeply interconnected, each with paths of growth and stress that guide our personal journey. Discover your type. Begin the journey of self-discovery today. From mysterious symbol to personality system. From Gurdjieff's mystical teachings to your office workshop, the Enneagram's journey reflects our enduring quest to understand ourselves. Whether you see it as ancient truth or modern tool, millions have found it transformative, and its story is still being written.